Which weighs more, the Statue of Liberty or all the concrete used to build our home? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rich.
And I'm Kathy.
And we are in our third year of building this earth sheltered home here in the Adirondacks.
Recently somebody asked us how much concrete went into building this dome home, and we didn't know the answer. So Rich and I went back and we checked all the records and we added it all up for a grand total, which we will share with you today.
But first, a couple of updates of what we've been working on in the house. See how smooth it comes out, and then just a final sanding for paint.
Wow,
Over
that's
here,
really nice.
see how rough it is? That's a lot of sanding to do, you know?
Some of us like the rough look, honey.
Yeah, it's a lot when you're trying to paint.
Yeah, that's true. For paint, it's a lot. You're
This,
right. But for stain, it's really nice.
This broke off. I don't know if you care, or we could glue it, or...
I don't care. Just put it down and nobody will know.
Yeah, it's going to
up.
be under a shelf.
But this is a cool little thing you got, huh?
Yeah, it works great. It's actually super sharp, super
Cleaner.
dangerous.
Dangerous. Danger. Well, when you let go of it and you put it back, it almost hit the wire.
Yeah, you got to be
really
careful.
gotta.
You got to be careful not to let it swing back while it's still turning, because you could easily catch the blade on the wire.
Ask him how he knows.
So yeah, we had to do a little.
It's another late night here.
We got the whole base shelving section all cut, puttied, and painted, and we're just getting started on the butcher block countertops now.
Rich finished in the nick of time. He just finished cleaning everything up. It's crazy out right now. There's tornado warnings everywhere. That was lightning just now. And just another reason this house is a great house to live in.
Can I get a dollop?
A dollop.
All I need is a dollop.
A little silicone to hold them in place. We'll just give it a spinny spin.
Yeah, that should work. Hopefully it doesn't look fogged. Right there.
All right, that should hold them in place and keep it more stable. I do need to add more water to that, so I'll do that later.
Will this fill up with water at any given point in time?
Yeah, it depends on the pressure. When the pressure is low, it's nothing's pushing, so this will rise up all the way up, and sometimes it'll even drip out the top when the pressure's super low. And super low pressure is when you have a storm, rain. The lower the pressure, the worse it is.
So we're at a low pressure period right
I'm
now?
honestly not really, because I don't have enough water in there. When it's high pressure, this actually pushes way down in.
All right, so let's talk about concrete now.
There's a lot of it.
There's three main parts to our concrete. That's the slab, the dome, and the retaining walls. The slab is 32 by 42 feet, like with a curved end and some little things that jut out, sort of. 4 trucks came that day.
Each truck is 11 cubic yards times 4.
So we had 44 cubic yards of concrete in the slab alone. Every cubic yard is 2 tons.
So that's 88 tons of concrete in the slab alone.
It's a lot of concrete in the slab. And it's not a big house. I think we should just mention really quick, Our house is only 1,500 square feet,
Right.
so it's not a really big house. Then came the shotcrete.
They had to call in another truck, truck number 6, so they could finish it up.
We had 6 trucks come that day, which is a lot of concrete. So that's another 66, right? 11 times 6.
We just put 132 tons of concrete on our dome.
So we had 88 tons so far in the slab and 132 tons on the dome itself. So the slab was 176,000 pounds.
Wow.
At 88 tons. The dome was 264,000 pounds at 132 tons.
Heavy dome.
And the last thing was these crazy retaining walls. In fact, the retaining walls on the utility side are 17.5 feet high. The footer for the retaining walls?
Right, so those are sitting on some big giant footers.
So that took one full truck at
Right.
11 cubic yards.
Right.
And then they started building the walls. They poured it in 2 pours.
Right.
So the first pour went just to the 12 feet on this wall and the 2 walls around the utility room. And that took
1 truck.
Then they had to build up the 2 taller walls to the
Right.
17.5 feet. And then they did a 3rd pour.
So that was another 6 cubic yards.
For a total of 27 cubic yards of concrete in all our retaining walls.
That's another 54 tons of concrete or 108,000 pounds.
So we have a lot of concrete that went into this house. So our grand total of concrete in the house is 137 cubic yards,
274 tons.
or 548,000 pounds. That's a lot of concrete. So to answer the big question about the Statue of Liberty and which weighs more, well, if you looked it up, the Statue of Liberty weighs 225 tons or 450,000 pounds. So our home definitely weighs more than the Statue of Liberty. In fact, it weighs almost 100,000 pounds more, or 50 tons more. And that's a pretty big statue. A lot of people can walk up in that statue. I hope that answers your question. We have a tremendous amount of concrete that went into building our dome. It's extremely safe, extremely quiet,
Extremely solid.
and it'll outlive us. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kathy,
And I'm Rich,
and we're creating a simpler life in the Adirondacks.
but simple doesn't mean easy.
We hope you had a happy, healthy, and safe 4th of July.
See you in the next video. a big one. That was another big one.
I see it. I see it. You missed all of it though.
Wow. Oh, now it's over.